One of the biggest challenges I've had over the last 12 years is to be able to explain visually something that is very unique to Catchpoint. Synthetic monitoring is a technology, a methodology of doing monitoring. We have these locations, they're on different ISPs, and they test different things. And I couldn't, for the life of me, figure out how to visually present this thing.
It was very important for us to find a company and a partner to help us get the message across. I think it takes a certain skill and an ability to take a very technical topic and create a 3-minute video that anybody can relate to and anybody can understand. Having worked with the Connect team in the past, I knew that they were extremely capable in doing that.
Essentially, we're storytellers. And more that means we tell stories in video. We know their market really well, so we were able to pretty quickly come up with a script. Then we came up with a functional storyboard, and that's where we go through when we say, this is how we're going to tell your story visually. And that's where we hit a little bit of a roadblock, and no one had ever been able to crack the nut on this. You know that you're over here, you've got your computer. Over here is your data center, and you need to get from point A to point B. Most of us just think there's just a line that runs straight to it, but it's so much more complex than that.
The Connect creative team came up with a brilliant way of visualizing that really hit the mark, because we haven't really been able to do that very effectively visually in the past.
When we showed it to Mehdi the first time, he just flipped. He loved it because it said exactly the story he was looking for, but had never been able to figure out how to tell that story visually.
They came up with this really clever way of visualizing is these discs that move, and then they took the robot imagery that we presented to them and they took it to the next level. And they literally cracked that problem that we haven't cracked in 12 years.
It's the first thing you see when you're visiting the Catchpoint website. If you're visiting the website because you want to understand what problem we solve and how we solve it, that's the best way I can explain it to you.
Probably spent a month really working hard to animate this, but it's paid off really well. I know Mehdi's gotten a lot of compliments from his clients and his prospects about how clear it makes things for them.
We get great compliments from people because it allows them to fully understand what we do without needing a PhD in computer science. Let their creativity help you, because that's what you're paying for, is the creativity part.